The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They'll have Matt Ryan calling the shots, the former MVP and third overall pick.
We saw something last week you don't see very often. Team loses, but the quarterback, the trigger man, Offensive Player of the Week in the AFC. That's pretty impressive.
You rarely see that. Of course, don't worry, folks. He said the obligatory, I would have traded that for a victory any day of the week.
Yeah, no doubt about it, but still, he must have played awfully well to win it when his team lost.
A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. On third down, Ryan gets it off to Freeman. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30.
There's an example of good situational football being played by a defense. They understood where the third down play was, the down and distance, and made sure that they didn't get anywhere near that, bringing up fourth down.
Yeah, they were sniffing out that marker, didn't want to let him get close to there, and now a likely 3 and out to start.
Yeah, I love the way they rallied to the football and got to him and made sure he didn't give up much run after catch.
They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Now Cobb to return. It'll wind up being a net of 41. 9-yard return, 50 on the punt. And it'll be Dolphin football. A first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. Patrick Onwuasor up to make the tackle. And the Buffet boys, the O-line. Hopefully they're ready today.
Listen, you got to feed them first. But if you do, you usually get a great product out on the field. And when they play well, the quarterback can't wait to feed them afterwards.
Check.
From the 30 on second down. Prescott. That's complete to Cobb. A big play there for the Dolphins. 41 yards.
It's not a surprise when you read scouting reports and watch tape because you know he's a heck of a player. But he is so difficult to get down in the open field. They just want to get him the ball and let him do his thing.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Here's Kamara off the draw. Heck of a broken tackle and able to work this down near the 23. The numbers there for Kamara from a week ago. 23 carries for an even 100 yards.
Are we playing old school football now? We've got the top 10 rusher in the league. He's sitting at number 10. But he has a chance to move up with a big-time game, so expect that offensive line every time they go to the bench and tell the offensive coordinator, let's run the football.
This one into the hands of Burton. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. The Dolphin passing game rolling here. They've got another first down.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that opens things up for you on the outside as well.
But that's where their big tight end, is so good. That middle third, the seam routes, the in routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well. And he's got it.
That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
After a play like that, there should be congratulations all the way around, I think. Because if you can stop a big fullback like that, That's not easily done.
Yeah, he does not go down easily. You're right, but he did there. And just one man in the backfield here. That's Kamara, second and goal. Here's Prescott. This is caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A touchdown-saving tackle there. Now it's third and goal. Time for a look at our starters here on defense. They've been very good this year against the pass, currently holding on to a top 10 ranking at number 10.
This secondary has really developed into one of the strengths of this team. They diagnose, they cover, they run, they hit. What a nice team.
They'll run it with Kamara, and he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. Alvin Kamara, his 6th touchdown of the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turning to his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym, preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
Extra point up and good by Suckup. And that makes the score 7-0. So the drive winds up going 75 yards in 7 plays. And the capper came from Alvin Kamara on the touchdown run. Now it's Ryan Suckup on after the touchdown to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So here are visitors to take over on offense. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for. Is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
You know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's two different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Following the penalty, it's Johnson. And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. From the 45 on 2nd down, Ryan, wide open receiver, complete. And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 32-yard line. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12.
Now that was well defended, and as a cornerback, what you're taught when you see a wide receiver screen, either you get underneath the play before the blocking forms, or you're going to have to fight your way through it by getting through some blocking. That was a really nice play there.
On 2nd down, it's Freeman. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to bring up a 3rd and about 7 left. We're at 22 is the line to gain here on 3rd down. Ryan going to give to Freeman on the draw. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage, because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, Your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
And his kick here is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. Well, that's something of a pick-me-up. The offense certainly has struggled, but they do get the field goal before half to put 3 on the board.
Yeah, you don't want to be shut out, but let's face it, those 3 points, that's not going to solve all their problems either.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. So now the Dolphins set to take over on offense. They were winners over the Jets a week ago, and they are in the driver's seat right now as well. They go play action here on first down. He's going deep for Brown. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Hollywood Brown, the intended receiver, and it's second down. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Running with Kamara. And the window closes quickly. He'll only get up to the 22-yard line. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. We'll get an update when we come back to Hard Rock Stadium. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. Caught by Cobb. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. On now to kick it away is the punter, Matt Wild. Back deep, the dangerous Tyler Lockett. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. So here are visitors to take over on offense. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. On first down, Ryan. It's complete to Diggs. The end result, 21 yards.
I know you're trying not to scoreboard watch, but you only got 3 points. You're kind of hoping that that type of play there gives you some positive momentum going into the half.
Yeah, need to do something to get more than that 3 number that they have on the scoreboard right now. Two minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll send you up to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there, and he'll have stats and scores from a busy Sunday in the NFL. Here's Ryan to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. To throw again, Ryan. And Diggs has it. First down now, but that clock rolling. They'll throw on first down with Ryan. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Ryan. It's complete to Lockett. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Throwing again, Ryan. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up third. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Again, Ryan underneath for Johnson. And he picks up the 1st down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this 1st half. This will be their first trip to the red zone. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16. Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Throwing again. Ryan. He's got Freeman here. It's complete. And hang on here. Freeman shaken up. Remaining on the ground after that last play. We'll get an update when we come back to Hard Rock Stadium. Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. Ryan will throw again. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And they're going to drop him well shy of the 1st as he can only make it to the 11. Call it a gain of 5. And that'll bring up 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the 1st down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they've rallied and made the tackle.
So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. And this one is right through. And that will do it for this 1st half. So a very tight 1st half. We had to break in a 1-point game. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. The NFL season going to be about 2/3 complete after this weekend. So lots to get to as we check out what's going on here in Week 11. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the 2nd quarter. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a defensive struggle. Which offense can break through in the 2nd half? To find out, let's hand it over to our broadcast team of Brandon Gotten and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. This one taken from the 7. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Out comes the Dolphins now. They'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the 1st half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
The throw over the middle taken in. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. Looking to throw. Prescott. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Yeah, that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the 2nd half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot.
Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Dayon Buchanan came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Ryan got an open man. It's Fumagalli. And they'll bring him down right around the 13. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. 3rd and long. It's Ryan. And that is incomplete.
Well, we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Here's Lachlan Edwards now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And that will come the offense as they take over. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. Again, it's Kamara. And an alley to run. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead, give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10. Play action now, Prescott. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw is Prescott. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
On the ground, this is Kamara. And he gets this only to the 41. Not near enough for the first.
It's been a struggle this entire game trying to move the ball on the ground. But every now and then you find a little chink in the armor, and that type of run right there lets them know that they can't stop every single run for almost no gain.
So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt, and this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot, and this score will stay right where it is. Well, I was watching him in warm-ups, and he hit a 62-yarder that hit the crossbar and went over. This one a little bit inside of that, but not enough leg.
And the difference is what?
Well, your live conditions, right?
Live conditions, game conditions are a whole lot different than practice, where you just pop it up there, no rush, no pressure. I think maybe that takes a couple yards away from you when you have to do it when it's real.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 48. Off the play fake. Here's Ryan. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. 23 yards, the final tally. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
Ryan now 12 of 16 thus far. It's 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Johnson. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Back to the ground, this time with Freeman. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Going to do it for this third quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The offense on 3rd down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. They go play action with Ryan. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And it's knocked away and incomplete. It was Bryce Callahan jarring the ball free defensively. They were trying to erase that deficit in one play.
They certainly were, but how about the reaction time and the instincts back deep to force the incompletion? We might need to mark this one down. We may look back and say, that was a game-saving play.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This for a 4th quarter lead. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked.
One universal in football, when it's a kicking situation, are you kicking a field goal, an extra point, you're punting, you never want to hear a second thud. That means the block has occurred. Imagine being the guys on the bench right now, the defensive unit. They thought they were going to get a cushion when they went back out on the field. That's no longer there.
They had the chance to take a second half lead, but the special teams unit, they said, not on our watch. So now a chance for points in the opposite direction after the blocked field goal. Trying to run down some clock with Kamara. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. They run it again with Kamara. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Throwing, Prescott. And that will be incomplete. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a 1st down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Here's Matt Weil now as he's on to punt for Miami. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. So here are our visitors to take over on offense. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Now Ryan on 1st down. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. It was Bryce Callahan jarring the ball free defensively. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Ryan, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. On 3rd down, Ryan. And he's able to find Diggs. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
What a catch, and one-handed, and I'm starting to lose my awe about the play, and maybe I shouldn't. How much of this is the player? How much of it is the glove?
Well, those gloves, they do have a little grip to them,
They
don't
get a little extra tackiness to them now, and I know the guys in the NFL, the competition committee, some other places, they're talking about examining those gloves to see if they're having too much of an effect on the game.
And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and give these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 23 yards on the play.
I got the sense that the defense created a little momentum for them there, didn't they?
Did their job, forced the punt. Now, nice start to the drive. Offense has to do their part.
Yeah, they certainly do, but what a great start for them. They've got to go thank the guys on D.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Take 4, take 4.
A 10th carry for Kamara. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. From midfield now on 2nd down. Prescott. Safarian Jenkins has it. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
Well, they got the yardage they needed there, picked up the 1st down, got out of bounds. How about the urgency that they have as well as they understand where they are on the field?
Prescott to throw. And to the tight end here, Safarian Jenkins. Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a 1st down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Here's Prescott. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown.
They went 5 wide in that offensive set, and racing going 3 wide's a big deal. To go 5, how about the way that they finish things off?
Did you just fit a race car reference into the game?
Zoom, zoom. How about the way that you play? When you go 5 wide, that means you're going fast now.
Zoom, zoom indeed. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And it's up. It's good. Our score, 14-6. So that a 7-play, 80-yard drive. And it ends with a touchdown for the Dolphins. Now a gets Ryan Suckup on after the touchdown to kick it away. This will be fielded at the 8. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. So Matt Ryan of the offense, down by 8, a little over a minute and a half remaining. They need a touchdown and, of course, the two-point conversion as well. Now Ryan. He'll get this to his speedster, Paul Richardson. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That's good for 28 yards. Complete. Richardson has it. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down. Time a factor as Ryan will hustle him to the line. Gets it off to Freeman. No yardage to speak of whatsoever. Leads to a third down. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down. It's complete to Diggs. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. They got exactly what they wanted there. Out route, catch, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
And I have to criticize defense here because you know the situation. You want to keep them inbounds and have the clock run. So I'm sitting on the outside portion of the field and not letting them throw an out route. Throw anything inside and I'll make the tackle. An out route? That's not the way you're supposed to play it.
Ryan in the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. He's back to throw. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing now is Ryan. And he comes back with one complete. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. 25 yards for the touchdown as they now sit just a 2-point conversion away from tying this game up in the 4th quarter.
So they got the touchdown they needed to cut this to 2, but now they've got to get back to the huddle. No celebration time. Got to figure out what they're going to do on the 2-point conversion.
Listen to this crowd now. Their guys need a stop on this 2-point conversion. Here's Ryan. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. And no doubt they had to go for 2 to tie the game. Now they need a miracle on the onside kick.
They gave it their best shot. Can they pull it off here and maybe get one of those onside kicks that bounces perfectly? And they can grab it and run it all the way to the other end zone. That's what they're down to at this point.
So looking at this situation, you should have time for the onside kick and then at least one play. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number as empirical.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins. And you look back over the score sheet, interesting. A very clean game, no turnovers by either side.
An absolute rarity when we watch games now because defenses have put such an emphasis on taking the ball away. Well, what we saw here was offenses spending their time saying, look, you know they're coming for it. Ball security is paramount. So they worked on that.